Good morning, all of you. So, welcome to class 11th economics. As we have just completed with the chapter collection of data, today we have to start with the new chapter. We'll start with chapter number 1, Introduction to Statistics in Economics. With the assignment which I gave you for the collection of data, that involves some questions of the next chapter, that is census and sample method also. So, but you have to just do only those questions which belong to collection of data only. The question which are from census and sample, that you have to do in the next chapter, which is not coming in this UT. So you have to just solve first of all only those questions of collection of data. I mean only those questions of that assignment which belongs to collection of data, as it is coming in the May exam. And census and sample is not coming in May exam, that you can do it later, right? Secondly, the chapter we have just finished with is collection of data, where we studied about various methods to collect the data. Like we can go for direct personal interview, indirect oral investigation, and various methods that we had already discussed. Now we are starting with the new chapter, that is chapter number 1, which is basically based on the introduction of statistics in economics. So we are starting that chapter today, statistics in economics. It's very important chapter as well because it is the base for the other statistics chapter. Again, it is the theory chapter of stats, but of course a very important chapter. So first of all, the very first topic, what all we are going to study in this chapter. This chapter is basically about the definitions of economics. We'll study the economics, actually what is meant by economics, and how different economists have given the definitions of economics. Then we will study about the problem that we face in the economy, like what is the economic problem. We'll study about that, and why do that economic problem arises, that what are the reasons that economic problem arises. We'll study that too. Then we'll talk about the statistics also, that what are the features of statistics or economics, what are its merits, what are its demerits. That means we are just going to study about the economics and statistics in this chapter. So we have to talk about these two things, economics and statistics, in this chapter, right? So going to start. First of all, the question comes, what is meant by economics? Economics का यहाँ पे क्या मतलब है? Simply when we say that what is economics, we simply say that economics is utilizing the resources in a best possible way which are scarce in nature. I repeat, utilizing the resources in best possible way which are scarce in nature. So when I simply say that what is economics, kya hai economics, so I will definitely simply define the economics in a way that economics is basically about that economics is using the scarce resources in such a way that gives maximum output and judicious use. See, economics is basically about the using the scarce resources in best manner, right? So I'll write one more. Economics is basically using the scarce resources which have alternative uses in best possible way that these scarce resources that these scarce resources fulfills at least our most urgent wants. Now this is the definition. This is the definition given to us for economics. ये हमें definition दी गई है economics के लिए, जहाँ पे हमें simply बताया गया है कि economics क्या है. Economics जो है basically it's using the scarce resources. Scarce. The very next question arises that what is meant by scarcity of resources? Because अगर आपको ये पता चल जाएगा what is meant by scarcity of resources, तो definitely हम लोग अच्छे से आगे इसको पढ़ सकते हैं definition को. So first of all, you must know that what is scarcity of resources. When we simply say what is scarcity of resources, we simply say shortage of resources. Shortage means in relation to demand for these resources. If I say the supply of these resources less, आपको पता है हमारी इकोनॉमी के अंदर we have a lot of demand for petrol, we have a lot of demand for diesel, we have a lot of demand for oil, right? But we have a less supply of petrol and diesel, right? This is called scarcity of resource. That's why we say that in a very sooner time the resources will be, these petrol and diesel would be finished from India, because that is scarce in nature. Means we have a shortage of this resource because in relation to its demand, because demand is more. Why there is more demand? Of course the first demand is more because of the use of automobiles. We are using so many cars, we are using so many two-wheelers in India, and so as we have a demand for petrol and diesel. Likewise, we also generate the electricity with the use of the petrol, right? Can anybody tell me in the chat box which electricity is being produced by using the petrol? Which electricity is being produced by using the petrol? ध्रुव बंसल का सबसे पहले आंसर आया. वैशाली शिव, वेरी गुड. थर्मल इलेक्ट्रिसिटी. We are producing the thermal power. We have thermal power plants ना, जमशेदपुर में है और भी जगह पे thermal power plants. These thermal power plants are actually the plants which are producing the electricity by using the petrol, right? So ultimately, in relation to the demand for petrol and diesel, we say that they have very limited supply. The shortage is there ultimately, and due to that shortage and limited supply, we simply say that there is the scarcity of resources. There is the scarcity of resources, right? So ultimately, I'll say that scarcity of resources refers to the situation where in relation to the demand for any particular product, the supply of that product is limited in nature. So now what is economics? Economics is basically using these scarce resources, the resources which are available in scarce, using these scarce resources in such a way that gives maximum output, that gives maximum output. All right, that gives maximum output and judicious use. यानी कि इकोनॉमिक्स का मतलब होता है कि जो स्कार्स रिसोर्सेज आपके पास अवेलेबल हैं, उन स्कार्स रिसोर्सेज से उन स्कार्स रिसोर्सेज को इतने बेस्ट वे में यूज करो, उन स्कार्स रिसोर्सेज को इतने बेस्ट वे में यूज किया जाए that those scarce resources gives you the maximum output, gives you the judicious use, कि वो resources waste भी ना हो पाए और आप उन resources से best output भी generate कर पाओ. This is called as economics. All right, is the meaning of economics clear? अब उसके बाद second definition देखिए उसके नीचे. Economics is basically using the scarce resources which have alternative uses in best possible way, that these resources fulfills at least our most urgent wants. यानी कि इकोनॉमिक्स जो है उस बेसिकली रेफर है किस चीज में, दैट यूजिंग द स्कार्स रिसोर्सेज, जो रिसोर्सेज ऑलरेडी लिमिटेड अवेलेबल है उनको बेस्ट पॉसिबल मैनर में यूज करो ताकि मोस्ट अर्जेंट वांट्स आपकी फुलफिल हो सके, दैट इज नोन एज इकोनॉमिक्स. ऑलराइट, so I hope the scarcity of resources definition is clear to you all now. That scarcity of resources ultimately using the scarce resources, using this basically it refers to the limited availability of resources in relation to its demand. And economics क्या कहता है? Economics कहता है use these scarce resources in best way so that the most urgent wants are fulfilled and also this resource is not fully abolished or fully wasted from the economy. So is the definition clear to all that what is meant by economics? So it's clear to all of you that what is economics? We'll simply say economics is all about the using the resources in best possible way. All right, moving further. As I have told you the definition of resource scarcity. Now, I think you all can see the screen where you can see the economic problem. I'm just circling it out. Economic problem. The very next question arises, what is economic problem and why do it arises? Right? What is economic problem and why do it arises? This is the second most question, second most topic. I'm just writing out. What is economic problem and why do it arises? The second foremost and the second main problem that we have to face. The question is, very clear already. What is economic problem and why do it arises? Now, first of all, I will tell the answer that what is economic problem, where I can simply say that economic problem is basically economic problem is problem of choice. Problem of choice. The economic problem is problem of choice. Problem of choice. Now, what is problem of choice? Problem of choice means that how you have to make a selective things out of the given resources. You have to basically make a choice out of the various things. That is your major economic problem. But the question arises, why does this economic problem arises? Where I'll say that economic problem arises due to the following things, due to the following reasons mainly. That why economic problem is arising, there are few reasons behind that. कुछ reasons है इसके अंदर which I am going to tell you that why there is actually economic problem which is arising out. Now let us discuss these reasons that why economic problem arises. अब बात करते हैं in reasons, right? That why does it arises? So let me tell you all the reasons why economic problem arises in the economy such that there is a problem. See, the economic problem is problem of choice which arises basically due to the three major reasons. What are the three major reasons? First reason is limited resources. First reason, limited resources. Now, what is limited resources? Suppose I give you an example. आपको एक case देता हूँ मैं. You have 1,000 rupees with you. Please listen to my case very carefully. You have 1,000 rupees with you, and I ask you to spend these 1,000 rupees. That you can easily spend your 1,000 rupees. What you do? You make out a list. You have made a list where you are writing all your wishes, that you want to buy some books, You want to buy some chocolates. You want to buy some gift for your mother on the eve of Mother's Day. You want to buy, you know, some of the, suppose, let's say some food items. You want to buy some other, suppose some cold drink. Many choices can be there. Many alternatives can be there that you can, buy various things, because your wants are unlimited. Because your wants are unlimited. You want to buy chocolates too. On the other hand, you want to buy your books too. You want to buy some soft drinks too. You want to buy some, other food items too. You want to eat some spring rolls or momos too. So ultimately, you have unlimited wants. Unlimited wants, right? But that all these wants cannot be fulfilled. Why? Because we have only 1000 rupees with ourselves. We have only 1000 rupees with ourselves, right? So I have a limited resource, 1000 rupees, but my wants are limited. I want to buy various things, but now I have to make a choice in such a way that that 1000 rupee note or that 1000 rupees should be spent on such items, on purchasing of such items will which fulfill my most urgent want. Why? Because there are alternative use of resources also. There are alternative use of resources also. See, there are alternative use of resource. That 1000 rupees you can spend on various things. You can buy chocolates from them. You can buy some stationery item from that. You can buy, even you can recharge your mobile phone. You can have some food items from that. So there are various, resources available. There are various alternative. There are various alternative options are available for, buying those things and utilizing the resource. Then what is economics? क्या है economics? And क्या है economic problem? बेटे यही तो है economic problem. Economic problem यही तो है. Economic problem is ultimately the problem of choice. इसी को तो हम बोलते हैं economic problem. This is the problem of choice. यही है हमारा problem of choice, which is the economic problem. इसी को बोलते हैं problem of choice, which arises out due to this thing only, right? जो इसी के लिए, इसी की वजह से arise out होती है, क्योंकि ये तीन major problems हमें face करनी होती है इकोनॉमी में. Limited resources, as I told you, you have only 1000 rupees with you to spend. That is limited resource, of course. Unlimited wants, you want to buy various things. You want to buy chocolates also. You want to buy some food items also. Either you want to buy some, food item, chocolates, or uske alawa you want to buy some books also. So you want to buy various things. So ultimately there are, unlimited wants from that. And when we say alternative use of resources ke andar you want to buy such things like it has we are explaining that it has alternative uses, which means you can just have, the resource to be spent on various things, like you can buy various things from that 1000 rupees. So economic problem is basically the problem of choice. Problem of choice means where you have to select out of the various available uh, resource which is limited in nature but which have alternative use. In such a way you have to spend that resource that your most recent wants and most urgent wants are fulfilled. So I think I am clear with this. I hope I am clear with the thing that what is economics and what is economic problem. Kindly mention in the chat box if it is clear. Okay, fine. So I would like to ask this from you people only. Pulkit and Khushi, I am unmuting you both, and you all are just going to explain me a little bit about this, what you have just understood about this. You can speak, Khushi.
So we have learned the meaning of economics, which is refers to the that economics is using the scarce resources in such a way that that it gives maximum outputs and judicious use. And the another define is economic is basically the scarce uses which have alternative use in best possible way that these resources fulfill at least our urgent wants. And we have also learned the what is economic problem and why it is arises. Basically, the economic problem is the problem of choice. It arises due to following reasons, and the choice is also like we have some limited resources, but on the other side we have unlimited wants, and we have to fulfill our those wants which are most urgent, means alternative resources.
Fine. Pulkit, you can speak now.
Sir, we have learned the meaning of about economics and how to use the cash or e- our economy in such a way that it can fulfill our urgent needs
Not only
in,
cash, but how to use the resources, the limited available resources in such a way.
in
Not
such a
only
way
cash.
that it can fulfill our urgent need and
Hmm.
can be sure for the future use. And
Okay. Moving to the other student, Ankita.
Sir, we
Ankita.
have studied that economics is the meaning of economics, utilizing the
Hmm.
scarce resources in the best possible way. Economics is also about using the scarce resources in such a way that it gives maximum output and judicious that
Okay.
we can get more from a particular resource and it could satisfy our want. And the scarcity of resources is basically limited availability of resources in relation to its demand.
Fine. Let's move to other student. Vishali. Vishali, you can speak now.
Yes, sir.
What is meant by
Sir, we
the
are
economics, and what is meant by scarcity of economics, and what is the problem of economics?
sir.
Tell me these three answers.
Economics is basically using the limited available resources in such a way, in such a manner
Hmm.
that them of other can best
Vishali, I think some internet
that
problem is
is
there, and
the
we are not able to hear
best
you properly.
possible
Vidyanshi,
those resources can be fulfilled. And
Vidyanshi, same question to you. Nilima,
Yes,
same question to you, Nilima.
yes, sir. Sir, economics is the utilization of resources in such a way that it gives the maximum output and judicial use. Scarcity of resources is actually the shortage of resources in related to demand. The economic problem is the problem of choice, and economic problem are raised because of the limited resources, unlimited wants, and the alternative use of resources.
Fine. Okay, Vidyanshi. Vidyanshi, I have unmuted, but I think there is some internet problem at your end that you are not able to speak, of course, and you're not able to unmute yourself. Fine. So I think this is clear to all that what is all economics about, what is economic problem, why do economic problem arises. Moving further, as we have done this, scarcity also. definition of economics, which I have just told you. But what you will do, I'll just share it with you. You have to just learn the definitions for given by the different economics. For example, Robbins have given the definition, right? Same way other are also there who have given the definition. So ultimately you have to just read out the definition by given by these economists, where one of the economists says that economics is a science of choice. It deals with how the resources of society should be allocated to the satisfaction of different wants. Don't you think that this is related to the scarcity definition only, where I just told you that economics is all about making a choice that how the limited availability of resources would be used in such a manner that the most urgent wants are fulfilled, right? So it is ultimately the scarcity definition of economics only, right? So true false are there. Kindly just have a look on these true false. I'm just speaking out the statement. You have to tell me whether it is true or false. Had there been no scarcity of resource, there would have been no economic activity. True or false? Had there been no scarcity of resource, then there would have been no economic activity. अगर scarcity नहीं होता तो economic activity भी मुश्किल हो जाती. Yes or no? Tell me this, please. True. If I ask you the reason why it is true, kindly tell me with the reason. Don't write just true. Tell me with the reason why. I'm waiting in the chat box. Kindly write the reason why. Because economics deal with the scarce resources, and only it deals with how the scarce resources would be used in a possible way. Second, economics is that branch of knowledge that studies consumption, production, exchange, and distribution of wealth. Of course, it is true. Then the activities which do not involve any monetary aspect in exchange are economic activities. कौन सी होती है economic activities? Economic activities तो वो होती है ना which have some money measurement, which we can deal in money. So economic activities तो वो होती नहीं which cannot be dealt in money. So it is false. Fourth is economics is a science that studies human behavior as a relationship between limited wants and unlimited means. Economics एक science है जो human behavior के साथ study करता है, relationship के साथ study करता है, that deals between limited wants and unlimited means. जो limited wants और unlimited means के साथ deal करता है, resources के साथ deal करता है. So that is false. क्योंकि unlimited means तो है ही नहीं, limited means है, means मतलब resources तो limited होते हैं. So that is the false statement. So I think this is clear to all till now. Now we are moving further. I would like to share another screen with you all. I will be sending the chapter link to everybody. Don't worry, please. I'll send the chapter link, I mean this material to you all by today only. Okay. So next is the topic consumption, production, and distribution. Three things that we have to discuss in economics. Actually, the economics can be often discussed in three parts: consumption, production, and distribution. What is consumption? We all know that what is consumption. Consumption is about consuming various goods and services. It's an activity which is made by the consumer, which is done by the consumer. And consumption actually refers to the, consuming the goods and services. It basically refers to the consumption of various things, goods and services. Like we can simply say that purchase of goods by consumers to satisfy their needs or wants is consumption. If I suppose want to have a bread, if I am purchasing bread, which means I am doing the consumption of bread. Then secondly, production. Production is about all about the manufacturing. The manufacturing of goods by the producers is termed as production. The third is distribution. Distribution means division of the national income into various things. You all know that there are four factors of production: land, labor, capital and entrepreneur. हम लोग जब भी कुछ प्रोडक्शन करना चाहते हैं तो फोर फैक्टर्स ऑफ प्रोडक्शन आर बीइंग यूज्ड देयर: लैंड, लेबर, कैपिटल मींस अमाउंट एंड एंटरप्रेन्योर मतलब मैनेजर के एफर्ट्स. तो ये चारों को कंबाइंड करके हम लोग बनाते हैं फैक्टर कि ये फैक्टर्स ऑफ प्रोडक्शन है जो यूज होते हैं प्रोडक्शन के दौरान. तो इनको कुछ पेमेंट भी तो देनी होती होगी बेटे. लैंड के बदले में हमें रेंट देना होता है, लेबर के बदले में हमें सैलरीज एंड वेजेस देनी होती है. सेम वे कैपिटल के बदले में वी हैव टू गिव दी अमाउंट, है ना. कैपिटल का अमाउंट भी तो हमें देना है, इंटरेस्ट वगैरह जो देना होता है बदले में. And because entrepreneur is working there, so we have to give them the profit. The business has to give them the profit. So ultimately, all these sectors of production are getting some factor payment that is known as distribution. उसको हम लोग distribution बोलते हैं. ठीक है. Moving further, what are the economic activities and non-economic activities? I would like to ask this from you people because you must know that what is. I think you all know already that what are economic activities and what are non-economic activities. ये आप सभी already जानते होंगे कि economic activities और non-economic activities क्या होती हैं. You have studied, you must have studied in BST also in chapter 1. बताइए अंबिका, what are economic and non-economic activities?
So the activities or service from which we can earn money or livelihood is known as economic activities, like teaching bus- uh, or doing a business. The non-economic activities are activities from which we do not earn any livelihood or money, like household work that our mother do, etc.
Which means we can say that the activity which is done for earning some livelihood. The activity which is done for earning some livelihood, and the activity which is basically done for with the money measurement, that is the economic activity. But all those activities which are just performed out of love, care and affection, which doesn't constitute any of the measuring effect, money measuring effect, and which are not done to earn money even, that is known as the non-economic activity. If I tell you that teacher is teaching in school, that is of course an economic activity, because that teacher is earning in a school for with the aim of livelihood also, where his main motive is no doubt to earn some money as well, right? But where I talk about the teacher teaching his own son, that is a non-economic activity, because teaching his own son is not reflecting with the aim of earning profit or livelihood. That is just because of the care, affection, the love, right? Out of the love, care and affection, he is performing his duty for the son. So any activity which is done to earn money is the economic activity, but any activity which is not done to earn money, which is just done to earn, just done out of love, care and affection, right? That is known as non-economic activity. So Abhi Bansal is going to give me some examples of economic as well as non-economic activities. Abhi.
So example of economic activity is like
Abhi, just come closer to the mic, please.
okay.
Now you can speak, we can listen.
So teacher teaches student in economic activity where teacher teaches his own son or children is non-economic activity.
Okay.
And doctor is treating the patient is economic activity, and where the doctor is treating his family is non-economic activity.
Okay. Fine. Who else can explain properly what is economic activity and what is non-economic activity? Who just want to explain me in a proper way? Darshika, you can speak, Darshika.
The economic activities are those activities which are related to, which are done for the purpose of earning money, like workers working in the factory, employers in the office, and
Hmm.
teacher teaching in the school. Whereas economic activities are the activities done for the self satisfaction, like
Hmm.
mother's household works, a teacher teaching her own son,
Okay,
etc.
fine. So I think the topic is clear till now. It's clear with you all that what are economic activities, what are non-economic activities. Then we have covered the three components of economics, that is consumption, production, and distribution. Then we had covered the meaning and definitions of economics and also the economic problem and why does the economic problem arises, right? So we'll continue tomorrow with the other topics of this chapter. I'll just send you the two of मैं दोनों की दोनों chapter 1 की PDF भेज रहा हूँ, different two different books. I have PDF of two different books, so I'll be sending you both of them right after the class. So